Okay, hello everyone. So today is our day two of the domain one, and today we will start with the day one. It means the concept which we will do a recap of the day one, and then we will move further to the day two. I think everything is okay now. Seems. Are you able to listen me? Anyone? Okay, starting with the recap, what we have done yesterday, and then moving further. I just want to say that yesterday we started with the day one of the CISSP domain 1. In the domain 1, there are total 12 subtopics, and in those 12 subtopics we have covered some of the subtopics yesterday, and some of the subtopics, I think one or two subtopics only are there which are left. So we will cover those two subtopics today. And today we will also discuss about how to prepare for CISSP, because that is more important. The syllabus, the concept, the terms, the definition, everything you will get at so many places are there, so many books are there, so many different platforms are there via which you can get them. But how to prepare for CISSP, that is the most important one. So in the last, after completion of the domain 1, we will just focus on that particular part also. Then we will see what exactly tools are there for the preparation part, and what are the options with us while exactly we are sitting in the examination and we are facing our questions. So how exactly, what are the options? Actually in actual there are two options, so we will discuss those two options, how we can it means face the questions in the exam. So we will discuss that also. Okay, moving further. So in our last class we learned the concept from the domain 1, and today we will see some more concept from domain 1, and then we will check out the ISC Square recommended important terms, and then the use of the Quizlet platform, how we can use the same, and then the Google Classroom platform. Then we will do our online quiz. Here in the first topic is the CIEA, but in actual CIEA is not coming in the as a first topic. It is, I think, 7th or 8th topic. So first we need to know how to evaluate and apply security governance principles. Then we need to know how to determine the compliance requirements. As it is a governance board requirement, then also, but it is very important for us also how they are working on this particular part. So that's why this particular topic CISSP has added here in the exam. Then the next is the understand and legal and regulatory issues that pertain to information security in a global context. So whenever any company is working, it will work in a global environment these days. So that's why it's very important for us to understand these concepts also. Then adhere to and promote professional ethics. So we discussed about the professional ethics, the preamble and the canon section of the ISC2. Then that we need to know how to develop, document and implement security policies, standard procedures and guidelines. Then we need to know how to identify, analyze, prioritize the business continuity requirements. And finally, how to contribute and enforce personal security policies and procedures, and some of the concept of risk management and threat modeling. And in the last we discussed about how to maintain, establish a security awareness education and training program. Okay, one thing I want to discuss with you today. Yesterday we discussed about the whole framework. Once you have the understanding of this framework, it means how the sequencing of these 12 topics, the uses of these 12 subtopics in actual scenarios, how you are going to use them. So once you have this understanding, then it is very easy for you to crack the exam. But for that particular part also, let's finish the remaining sections. Yesterday we completed till, okay, yesterday we stopped here at intellectual property definitions. So when we are talking about intellectual property deals with the intellectual property rights. So anyone who make anything from his mind, so that is covered in the form, that is covered as in the form of a intellectual property. And there are some copyrights rights available in different companies. In most of the companies it is there, but in reference of the CISSP, we need to think about the US laws and regulations only, and some of the European Union laws and regulations also. So here we need to think about the US Copyright Office law, and which is mainly related to the DMCA, Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Again, no need to go in depth in all these laws, but it is very important to know the name of these laws and what exactly the purpose of these laws or regulations are. So DMCA, Digital Millennium Copyright Act, is mainly to protect works from unauthorized duplications. It applies to all literatures, musical, movie, everything, pictorial, which is directly coming from the mind. The next one is the trademarks. When we are talking about the trademarks, so every organization, when they are it means reaching to the consumer, they want the consumer to identify them. So to do the same, they use a trademark. Like MACD is having their own trademark. Like Yahoo is having their own trademark. So in the same way, this trademark, the company, they can register those trademarks, and then they can use the same repeatedly, and it will be an offense to use the trademark of some other company, or even to use a similar trademark as some other company is using. So trademark protect words, slogans and logo that identify a brand. So trademarks are normally granted for 10 years, but it is renewable. Again, they need to renew it. Then comes the patents. So if anyone does some research and they are able to reach a fruitful outcome of the same, then they can go for a patent of the same. Normally a patent is provided in US for 20 years. After that, there is no right of the owner, of the inventor, on that particular invention. So that is non-renewable. So it is only one time, only for 20 years he will get the patent rights. Then comes the trade secrets. Every company like the Pepsi, Coke or MACD, they have their own recipes, they have their own formulas. So, and that is their trade secret. So if they lose their trade secret, they will lose the market value. So that's why trade secret is also very important, and that's why trade secrets are protected by the Economic Espionage Act. And then comes the licensing. So licensing is mainly protected by the UCITA, Uniform Computer Information Transaction Act. So this is, again, in this there are 3 to 4 different types of licensing. We will discuss what are the different types of licensing and legal contracts can be in the coming slides. Okay, coming to the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. So it is mainly for the intellectual property. It means anything which is directly coming from the mind, and it is there are some exemption on this also. It means we cannot copyright or we cannot take a copyright of any process, but we can take the copyright of the outcome of those processes. So copyright, because we can say process is also the outcome of from the mind itself, but still then also we cannot take the copyright of the process. That's why it is very difficult to take the copyright of a complete code, because the logic of the code, anyone can take that particular logic and then create one more code. Then comes export controls. As we need to think about the global context also. So in the global context, we need to think about the computer export control, encryption export controls, international traffic in arms regulations, export administration and regulation. So these are the 4 categories in which we need to think about the export controls. So like computer export controls mainly deal with the supercomputers or computer with high processing powers. Any country, or especially the US, as the CISSP is mainly concentrated on the US laws and regulations, so that's why this is also related to the US side only. Then comes the encryption export control. So it is very limited US companies, it means it limits the US company to export or sell the encryption formulas to some of the countries, and even if it is selling to any of the countries in the world, they need to take a prior approval of a particular government department, then only they can sell it. Then comes the international traffic in arms regulation, ITAR. It controls the export of military or defense items. And the last one is the EAR, export administration regulation. So it controls the any item which can be used in the military applications, or which is a part of a commerce control list which is defined by the Department of Commerce, US. So we need to take care of these 4 export laws only. And then comes the intellectual property. And then comes the intellectual property. When we are saying about the intellectual property, the last part is the licensing part. As we already discussed, that we need to understand what are the different kind of licensing available in the market. And these are the 4 major licensing which are available in the market, which is covered in the CISSP exam. These are contractual license agreement, shrink wrap license agreement, click-through license agreements, and cloud services license agreement. Every one of us whenever we are going to use any software, we are purchasing any product, then every one of us is using or going through the process of signing an agreement with the main party, intentionally or unintentionally. Like whenever we are purchasing a mobile phone and we are breaking the seal of the box, then we are by default we are agreeing with the terms and condition, and that is covered in the shrink wrapped license agreement. Whenever we are downloading any mobile app and then we are clicking on the I agree with the terms and condition, then we are checking out the click through license agreements. And whenever we are uploading anything on the cloud, then there is a cloud service license agreement. So these are the different kind of license agreements. And if we have a contract with some vendor or some software party, then that is covered in the contractual license agreement. So with this, friend, we are able to cover the domain 1, but I just want to say that this is not the complete domain 1. This is a framework which we have created. It means framework for your understanding. Now you understand what exactly domain 1 is. So I recommend you to go through the book once, as well as I also recommend you to check out the topic videos, because it is not possible to cover each and every topic in detail here in a single class. That's why it's very important to check out each and every single video, because every single video is having all details which is required for that particular topic itself. And then you need to further prepare for that particular topic. You need to check out the mind maps and cheat sheet, as well as the flashcards. So all these things are already available in the Google platform. If you have already registered, I will show it today how to use the Google platform, how to use the Quizlet, and then we will see a online quiz also. So let me first show you the Google Classroom. Okay, so this is the Google Classroom. In this Google Classroom, this is I'm updating it as of now. Previously I have updated the whole content, and this is the content which is already there, but now I moved the whole content in the old content. I have created a folder old content, and I have moved all the content here, because I'm putting each and every content sequentially, and I'm adding some more content in this. That's why I'm just updating the whole CISSP here. So this is the domain 1. In domain 1, if you check, you will get the link of the videos, topic related videos. If you click on that particular, you will directly watch the video here itself, or you can directly go to the YouTube. Google Classroom platform is, in Google Classroom platform, the good thing is you will get some of the content like the quizzes. So you can directly do the quizzes here. Like after every topic, you will get a mind map, you will get a list of questions, and then you will get a link of the Quizlet platform to do the. So this is the Quizlet platform. So when you see this Quizlet platform, then you are able to identify, okay, this is okay. Let me configure it for you, because I'm using a teacher account, but you will not get these many of options. You will directly get your class. Once you are inside the class, then you will see a list of topics. So this is the CISSP free class. So in this particular class, you will see that I have created flashcards for all the topics. So let me check each topic one by one. So I'm checking the topic 1. If I click on topic 1, I'm having some options here. Options to learn the terms and the definitions in a better way, or in a interactive way, we can say. So if I'm going to use the flashcard, first thing is you need to check out terms in this set. So there are total 10 terms in this particular set. These 10 terms are directly here. So just whenever you are going to do any particular set, every set will have 10 to 15 terms only, not more than that. So it is very easy for you while you are traveling, or while you are going from one place to the other place. Easily you can do one set or two set, and then you can move, keeps on moving. So in this particular set, there are total 10 terms. So integrity. What exactly integrity means? You can listen in the form of a voice also, or you can read it out also. So in this way, all the 10 terms are available here. So just go through these 10 terms. After that, go to the learn section. Okay, then I got a confirmation. Yes, you are able to see the Quizlet platform now. So this is the Quizlet platform. In this Quizlet platform, there are some tools available. So I recommend you to use the flashcard tool, the learn tool, and the test tool, as well as the match tool. And before doing that, you just go through this section. In this particular section, you will see all the terms which are directly available here. Okay, now I'm taking the flashcard again. In flashcard, you will get a term. Once you click on that particular flashcard, then you will get the state of being useful or profitable or beneficial. It means you will get the definition of the same. So in this way, you can revise. You are putting your mind in a questioning state. So in a questioning state, your mind will learn more. That's why flashcards are much more beneficial in comparison to a normal one. Okay, I'm able to pinpoint the problem now. I'm already rectified the same. Let's move to the session now. Okay, in Quizlet is putting your mind in the questioning state, and in questioning state normally we learn a lot. That's why it's very important to use Quizlet on daily basis. If you are preparing for any examination, not only CISSP, any examination you prepare for, use this platform Quizlet. The reason for the same is it is free. One thing, do not go for a pro account or something. You can create your own flashcards also, but the important thing is whatever flashcards are available directly, you need not to create new. You can use those also. So like in this particular case, you are having these 10 terms available in front of you. All these 10 terms are available with the name and the definition of the same. Once we have this, then you can revise those 10 terms using the flashcards. And then you can use the other tools also, like the learn tool. The learn tool will help you to give everything in form of a question. Like here you are getting the property that sensitive information is not disclosed to unauthorized entities is what. So if I click on the correct one, then it will say correct. And if I'm not able to pinpoint the correct one, then it will tell me that this is wrong. So in this way, again, I'm able to guess, but exactly the situation will be there in the exam. But I will not get the correct or wrong in the exam, but still I'm getting the question in a question form. Then comes the write. I do not recommend you to use the write tool and spell tool. These tools are useless. Just do not use these. And definitely you can use the test one. In test one also, go to the options. In the options, uncheck the written and then only create a new test. If you follow this strategy, you will not get the written part. That is, in written part, sometimes what happened, you need to type a lot. And even if there is a single character mistake, then the whole question is treated as a, the whole answer is treated as a wrong. That's why I'm not going to recommend the same to you. And the next one is match. So match is also a very good one. So whenever you want to play with the concepts of CISSP, you can start the play like this. So here in this, suppose I'm putting, you need to match the terms and the definition. And if you're putting them wrong, then it will not accept. And if it is correct, then only it will accept. So that is the reason, like the CIA tried, if I'm putting it here, it is green and then it is going. So that's how it is working. And also it will give you a time. So if the time is very low, then in that case, you can say that you are having a proficiency in that particular topic. So move the concept in for success in CISSP is move topic by topic. There are 63 topics. If you are able to cover a single topic in a day, then in 63 days you are able to cover the whole CISSP. And if you are able to cover 5 to 6 topics in a day, then it is very easy. Within 10-15 days you can say that you are ready for the examination. So our target here is to go topic by topic. So today I will show you how to go in the live section. Okay, let's start with the live one now itself, so it will not create a confusion in the future. So in the live, I'm creating a game for all of you. Okay, every one of you, I'm pasting the link to play. Everyone please join this one. So one player already joined, 2 more players it is waiting for. I've pasted the link. You can just click on that particular link, or you can access the QR code also. It is on your screen, or you can also directly enter this code. But if you click this particular link directly in your browser, then you need not to enter anything. So it totally depends on you how you are going to enter. So I think waiting for 2 more players. Venkatesh already joined it. One more player. Anyone who want to join? So it is a very simple. It is CIA only. Confidentiality, integrity, and availability. The very first topic of CISSP. So I recommend anyone if you want to join, or I have to join one more as a game. Okay, then I am joining. So like this, you will get. You just need to copy paste the URL here, and you need to type your name. Like I'm typing it here. Let's go Abhay. So it will give. Everyone is given the same questions. Okay, the first person to answer the questions correctly will win, right? So in this way, and then finally I need to. There are 2 persons are here in the game, and I need to just create game with 2 players. Start the game. Okay, let's start. I'm moving this screen here and bringing the other one in which we will get the questions, because you need to get the feel. Okay, in front of you, you will get a screen like this. Integrity. What exactly integrity means? Integrity means the process of providing data, user, service, or device performed an action. Possession or control refers to the physical disposition of media on which the data is stored, a property whereby data has not been altered in an unauthorized manner since it was created, transmitted, or stored. So in this way it is green, and I'm getting some marks here. So like this it will work. And next is the possession. The property that sensitive information is not disclosed to an unauthorized entity. No. Okay, in the exam I will recommend one more thing to you. In the exam there are 2 approaches. One approach is read the question first. Second approach is start from the options first. So in this also, in every questions, okay, suppose you are not able to get up to the answer of that particular question, then stop reading the question, just hide it, or don't look at it to the question section. Just start looking at the answers, and then just remove the odd one, which cannot be related to that particular questions. Then you can just remove out of the 4 options. Once you have the 3, then the probability of getting the correct one is much more in comparison to getting a wrong. Like for this one, if I click here, this is a wrong answer, so incorrect. The correct answer, it is telling me, that is the state of being useful, profitable, or beneficial. So in this way the whole quiz will run. I think no one is joining this quiz, so I am just closing this, right? Okay, I am closing the quiz now and moving to the next part. So in this way I will get the complete outcome of the whole. So no one is answering the questions. Okay, so I told you about the concept of domain 1. Then we also discussed about the ISC2 recommended terms. We also discussed about how to use this platform, the Google Classroom. I recommend you to use the same, because there are some tests available directly. I will show some sample test also to you. As I already told you that there are 63 topics. So in those 63 topics, if you prepare for every topic in a better way, and the best way to prepare for those topics is understand the concept, one thing. Second thing is do as much possible questions you can. Okay, for the same, once you complete any particular topic in of CISSP, you will get a set of near about 10 to 15 questions in the Google platform. So you can just go there and then start doing it. Like for the first one, CIA quiz, 3 fundamental of principal securities are confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So this is the correct one. Then comes what is the inverse of the confidentiality, integrity, and availability, that is DAD, disclosure, alteration, and destruction. Related to information security, confidentiality is the opposite of which of the following? Confidentiality is the opposite of disclosure. Most computer attacks result in violation of which of the following security property? Availability, confidentiality, integrity, and control. Of course, all of them, because every attack will impact the CIA value. Then information security is the protection of data. Information will be protected mainly based on its sensitivity to the company, its confidentiality, its value. It is all of the above. Then comes Identification and authentication are the keystones of most access control systems. Identification establishes what? It establishes user accountability for an action, top management, EDP department, authentication for action on the system. It is user accountability for the action, because identification and authentication are the first part of accountability. If we identify someone and we authenticate that particular user, then only we can hold him accountable for his or her actions. So making sure that the data is accessible when and where it is needed is which of the following? It is making sure the data is accessible, that it means availability. Which of the following describes elements that create reliability and stability in networks and system, and which assures that connectivity is accessible when needed? That is again availability. An area of the telecommunication and network security domain that I'm just showing you an example of this, how you can do, and once you submit it, and then you can view your score also like this. So my first one is correct, second one is correct, third one is correct, fourth one is correct, fifth one all, and these are the unattempted questions. So I will not get any answer for which I have not attempted. So if you attempt each and every questions, then only you will get the answers. Suppose if this particular question is wrong, then you will get the correct answers marked, that this is the correct one and this is the wrong one. So in this way, just after finishing each and every topic, just directly go to the quizzes, and once you complete that quiz, you will get to know how much your understanding for that particular topic is. Yes, every quiz cannot cover each and every part of that particular topic, but still it is very important, right? So this is the next part I want to tell, and other recommendation from my side is, from tomorrow onwards, tomorrow I am going to cover the domain 2. I will show you what exactly there in the domain 2 is. So this is the domain 2, asset security, very small topic, very small domain, not a topic. So in this, the number of topics are also very less and very interesting topic. So first we will see a complete story. We will create a framework for this particular asset security. What is the importance of asset security in any company environment? Because once we understand that particular thing, then only it is very easy to understand, to apply the concept of asset security or any other concept in a live environment, and or in any scenario. And in CISSP exam, you will get maximum scenario based questions. So that's why it's very important for you to understand the overall framework, overall architecture of the whole domains. So that's why we will see a story of the domain 2 first. We will create a framework, and then we will take each and every topic one by one. Like we will see what exactly data classification, what are the classification models, what are the asset security terms like PII, PHI, like that. Then the different data states, total 4, dealing with the data reminiscence, what are the devices by which we can handle this reminiscence problem in a well structured way, like in case of a hard disk, how we can do it. And then we will see what are the asset security roles. It means what are the different roles, like information security officer, what is his role in asset security. Then data roles for the owner, the custodian, the business mission owner. We will see the roles of everyone. Then we will see the data protection controls and encryption. It means the encryption we will just touch that much what is required for the exam point of view, not in detail. Then the data protection controls, what are the controls we can use and how we can use them. And finally the security controls for asset security, like the terms baseline, scoping, tailoring, which we have seen yesterday but we have not discussed, because I have already planned them for the domain 2. So in this way we will cover the whole domain 2 tomorrow, and if we are able to complete these 2 domains by tomorrow, then in that case, if you see the whole examination weight, then we can say 15% of the domain 1 and 10% of the domain 2. So by tomorrow evening you are able to see that you are able to complete 25% of the whole CISSP. If we are going to see in terms of the examination weightage. But I want to recommend one more thing: go topic by topic. Check out the video of each and every topic, because each and every video is in detail. You require the concept of those videos. Understand the overall framework from the live classes. but use the concept of the topics from each individual topic videos, right? So with this recommendation, I just want to say thank you for today, and tomorrow we will just start and we will cover the whole domain 2 tomorrow. And also one more thing I want to announce today, that tomorrow the class will be at 12 noon Singapore time. So if you're not able to join the class, because I think some of you may be working, and some of you may be having some other already scheduled activities, so you can plan your class. You can watch the same either live, or you can also plan the same in a recorded way. But in the live class, you will get the activity which we have done today. I will take the activity for every day. I will take an activity of near about 25 questions, 25 selected questions, which are not scenario based, because my planning is once we are able to complete these 8 domains, then we will start a class of the questions, and those questions will be scenario based. But currently, whatever we are it means the building block we are doing is of the concepts. So once we have the building blocks, once we have the concepts with us, then we will move to the scenarios. So currently I'm not taking any questions which is related to scenarios, but I'm telling you the things in such a way that you are able to understand those scenarios easily, right friends? So thank you very much for watching this live series. Thank you. Bye for now. Any suggestions?